You know, a lot of people like to run around and blame the world and blame what's happening in the world on God. Man, how could God let this happen? How could God let that happen? It's not God, the cruelty of this world. God gives us the freedom of decision, the freedom of choice. When we become the age and we know the difference between right and wrong, we become responsible for ourselves. So it ain't God anymore. You know what I'm saying? The cruelty in the world comes from cruel people. It's our choice to be the difference. It's our choice to do with what God has given us, and that's the freedom of choice. What you gonna do with yours? I wrote a poem, and you know, I used to think I had to clean my life up before I could come to God, but I couldn't have been no more wrong. You know what I'm saying? God met me in my life where I was at, and that was 10 years ago. So if you don't mind, I'd like to share a poem that I wrote for the glory of God. It's called My Choice. If we choose to follow Jesus, he'll lead us to the promised land. In the midst of an honest man, sinless he walked all of his days. God overcame temptations in every way, demonstrated miraculous signs, healed the sick, made the lame walk. What you thought Jesus was preaching just to hear himself talk? This isn't drugs nor alcohol. I'm intoxicated by the Holy Ghost. I'm not proud, but please believe when it comes to Jesus, I love to boast. Judas misbehaved and betrayed. The Lord got crucified so you and I could be saved. Can't keep a good man down. On the third day, God raised Jesus from the grave. I give the Lord all glory and praise. Thank you for sending Jesus Christ, who blessed each and every one of us with the free gift of everlasting life. And it's really your choice. You want to accept this free gift of salvation? You want to spend eternity in heaven, or you want to spend it in hell? You know what I'm saying? What you want to get on my comments are, Jesus is asleep. Jesus is, God ain't real. I'm sorry to hear that in your life, because he's very much alive in mine. God's always been real. You know, I haven't always served God. God wasn't always the Lord of my life. But when I look back on my life, I see what God has always been there for me. I see what God has always carried me. And man, I'm blessed beyond measures. God bless you guys. Thank you for listening.